Popular New York pastor Tim Keller and his wife Kathy co-wrote bestseller The Meaning of Marriage and a new devotional to go along with it. They help couples make their union a lifelong hit and avoid a bad marriage.
If you marry before the age of 18, if you have not finished high school and you're getting married, if you have a baby with the other person before you get married, those marriages characterized by those things are very, very, very fragile, and they break up at a high percentage.
They point out why divorce is the wrong turn on a bumpy road.
If you can't figure out how to fix it in your first marriage, you're going to be even worse the second and the third time around. So it's far better to stay in a marriage that has sharp edges, that has difficulties, and work them out.
And Tim has the stats proving his point.
2/3 of those marriages, if the people stay together, will say 5 years later that they're happy, or if you stick with it, you'll find things are much better on the other side. If you break up now, you'll never know.
Another thing, a bad view of what marriage is can muck it up. For instance, if you treat it like a consumer product or a business deal.
And as long as you're both profiting, you have a relationship. But if one side feels like they're not profiting, well, then you can get out. And that's a me marriage or a consumer marriage in which you're relating to each other the way a vendor and a customer would relate.
It's not profiting me anymore. I don't really get anything out of this. I'm going to look for somebody else. I'm going to, shop around.
As for things that can stop a good union from happening, well, don't let money get in your way. Some people put off marriage thinking they need a bunch in the bank first.
It's wrong to say that we have to be financially secure before we get married. Actually, marriage is one of the best ways to become financially secure.
Every statistic will tell you that married people have better financial resources and better health.
They save more, they spend more carefully when they are married because they are actually holding each other accountable.
Everything supports the idea that being married is better for you. So putting it off until things get better is actually counterintuitive.
Another secret to success is acknowledging there will be conflict and teaming up with someone also ready to accept that.
That was the best advice we got when we were getting marriage counseling, is marry someone with whom you want to solve problems, not someone who won't give you any.
Since this is a Valentine's marriage story, I'm joined by my wife of more than 3 decades, Susan.
The Keller's biggest suggestion is this: accept with all your heart that marriage is a God-created covenant, like the forever commitment we have with Him.
In The Meaning of Marriage, the Kellers write, the marriage relationship is unique and is the most deeply covenantal relationship possible between two human beings.
In Christ, we're united to the Lord, and that's that idea of deep, deep, permanent, exclusive, eternal bond.
The Bible uses the word cleave.
It means literally to be bound to something, either tied to something, glued to something.
Kathy illustrated it.
Oh, that's right. Merged, almost. It's a very, very, very strong word.
The Kellers say the reward this covenant gives is great.
They write, the legal bond of marriage creates a space of security where we can open up and reveal our true selves. We can be vulnerable, no longer having to keep up facades. We don't have to keep selling ourselves. We can lay the last layer of our defenses down.
Covenant really gives you a stability and a security.
Because you know the other person has made this commitment to stay with you through thick and thin.
The Kellers say if you'll commit to forever,
You'll get there together. This is Susan
and Paul Strand, CBN News, Washington.